Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Today is April 13th, 2023, and I will be reading from Proverbs 13. And we're going to be looking at verse 4 today. Verse 4 says, "The slacker craves, yet has nothing, but the diligent is fully satisfied." The slacker craves, yet has nothing, but the diligent are fully satisfied. And I got to thinking about some things, hearing some people talk the other day, looking at my own life. And so often we talk about these things that we're going to have in our life, these things we want to have in our lives. I hear it all the time through ministry. I'm called to X, Y, and Z. Or I need to be doing A, B, C because this is where my education is, or whatever. And they crave this stuff, right? I get it because I've got those things going on in my own life as well. And as I'm looking at that, I'm thinking to myself, and it's easy to look at somebody else and not so easy to look at myself. So just understand, I know that. But as I'm looking at them and listening to them, I'm thinking to myself, but you don't even have the pieces you need in place. And I often would think to myself, don't count your chickens before the eggs are hatched. Last night I was listening to somebody and I realized something. More often than not, we're counting our chickens before we go get a rooster. And so what I'm saying is no egg can hatch unless it's fertilized first by a rooster. So hens will lay eggs. They'll never hatch. You can put them in the incubator. You can do anything you want. But if there is no rooster, they won't hatch. And so the reality of that thought process is we can crave anything we want. But unless we put all the pieces in place, we're not going to get it. Right? And so the reality of that whole process is we need a rooster. We need hens. They need to start laying. We need a rooster. He needs to do his job. Then we need to collect those eggs, or we need to leave them under the chicken. But if we collect those eggs and put them in the incubator and let them go through that process, then we can get chicks. And we can raise those chicks up to become chickens, right? It's a process. The slacker craves, yet has nothing, but the diligent is fully satisfied. In my life, I realized the chickens, they're laying the eggs, come from here, come from interacting with other believers. The rooster, putting my life and my foundation together on Jesus Christ. And then I'm still at the very beginning because I still got eggs that have to be hatched. They got to be incubated and hatched. I can't rush the process. And yet we say, I deserve, or I want, or I should be allowed, and instantly think it's ours and start acting like it's ours. And the problem is we can hurt ourselves and others. So what I'm saying today is it's not even as much as don't count your chickens before they're hatched. Make sure you got a rooster in the yard, because they're not going to hatch if you don't have that. Let's look at who our higher power is. Let him fertilize those eggs. And then we can see what comes out of it. Ministry, calling, all of those things, they come from the process. And we have to be willing to wait for the eggs to hatch. It's an important thing to remember today. I love y'all. Don't forget, next 3 days I won't be here. I'm going to be gone on my walk to Emmaus, and I'm looking forward to that. I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.